All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here again, talking about real music in real time for a couple of real people out there, right? Just like you right there, just like me right here. All right, got the T-shirt and the CD here. If you're a fan of Rainbow, Deep Purple, Michael Schenker Group, those are your reference points. Maybe a little bit of Whitesnake in there, possibly. Older Whitesnake, I would say. Sunstorm, courtesy of Frontiers Music. The album's called Brothers in Arms. And I know Dire Straits had an album called Brothers in Arms, which was a big deal in the 80s. This is different. It's not the same type of music, obviously. And check out the interview I did with Alessandro Del Vecchio. He is the mastermind behind many projects that come out of the Frontiers label. Some people think he's a little overexposed. I continue to think he's still really, really good, no matter how much music. Sometimes I guess people can't keep up with it all. And maybe there's this, I don't know, viewpoint that maybe less is more when it comes to melodic rock coming from this record label. But I really enjoy this, and this will finish probably in my top 20 for the year. So again, check it out. It's worth at least checking it out, right? And check out the interview. I know the long form interviews tend to be a little tedious. But yeah, speaking of tedious, David Lee Roth is back, ladies and gentlemen. Again, he just dropped another Van Halen classic on the world. This time it's Ain't Talking About Love, or as I like to say, ain't talking about vocals. Just kidding. Look, does Dave sound good based on, his performances in Las Vegas? Yes, he actually does. And supposedly he went into the studio live, right? They hit play and record like we used to in the old days with the cassette player. They just hit play and record. And lo and behold, we've got these songs. Apparently, they recorded a whole bunch of Van Halen classics. They ran through them quickly. No overdubs, supposedly. No vocal auto-tuning, supposedly. Dave sounds okay. I'm not going to say he sounds good, but he sounds okay. Now, keep in mind, the original song, first of all, the original version is way better than this version, just like the original version of Panama was light years ahead of the one he just recorded. But these aren't bad. And I guess my question is, so what's the motivation to re-record this stuff? Well, it's to put Dave in the spotlight again. Dave says he's Van Halen de facto. He said that a couple years ago, even I think maybe prior to Ed's passing. Of course, he made that comment about how Eddie Van Halen was culturally illiterate, which, again, not too many people really picked up on that. I really don't care what culture Eddie Van Halen was into. All I know is he was one of the world's greatest guitar players, and I've yet to really hear a coherent, succinct tribute from Dave. Now, the media likes to say, well, he recorded this song, like he released this song a few weeks ago with John 5 that he recorded, I don't know, like 10 years ago, maybe. And the song is nostalgic, talks about the early days of Van Halen. It's not a tribute to Ed. It's just, hey, this is who we were back in 1978, right? And this is what we were doing, throwing TVs out of hotel rooms and so forth. That's fine, but it doesn't really pay tribute to the guy who passed away now, what, 2 years ago? More than that? I don't even know. So much time has gone by. We've had 2 tributes to Taylor Hawkins. We've had Wolfgang Van Halen performing Van Halen songs for the Taylor Hawkins audience. I again, all of this just blows my mind. It's like, let's just avoid Ed. Was Ed really a bad person? Not according to Valerie Bertinelli, who's still out there, grieving, right? So she thinks he's great, even though he and her got a divorce. But anyway, again, that was another video. You can go check that out. I guess I'm just a little bit curious as to why it seemed Valerie was so into this at the end and not like a couple of years before that. But again, everybody seems to want to claim a portion of the Van Halen legacy. Dave's going to say, look, I wrote these songs. These are my songs. I'm the one who named the band. And technically, he probably named Wolfie's band by proxy because, the Mammoth, was it WVH or whatever? Or yeah, WVH for Wolfgang Van Halen. He should have picked something different, but that's just my opinion on that. I think the bottom line with Roth is this is his legacy. He's trying to reclaim it. There's great competition out there because you've got tribute bands, and you've also got Sammy Hagar in the circle where Michael Anthony, who I think sounds a lot better than David Lee Roth these days, is out there singing Ain't Talking About Love in the original key. And he's doing those high harmony vocals as lead vocals and getting rave reviews from the fans that go out and see Sammy Hagar and the Circle. I would put that band ahead of anything that Roth is trying to do here. Will Roth go out on tour? He did mention that this was his first retirement, and he's 67. I think Sammy Hagar is like 74. So yeah, Roth could go out there. I mean, look, we just concluded Motley Crue and the stadium tour, right? If Motley Crue can go out and tour and get through it, David Lee Roth can easily do the same thing, so long as he's physically able to do it. There was an article about how his doctor was concerned about him going out there. He mentioned that in one of those little diatribes that he went on. Dave is a mystery, and he likes to be a mystery. He likes to keep people guessing and speculating, and hence nobody really expected he would start dropping re-recorded Van Halen songs on the world, but this is going to continue. They recorded, I think, 14 tracks or something like that. So you're going to get to hear more of Dave updating these songs, and they don't really need updating. I don't know what this all means, really. It just keeps Dave in the news, and I think he likes to be in the news, and I think he likes to compete with Sammy Hagar for, Van Halen space or whatever you want to call it. It's just kind of weird how these people at this stage, like everybody just can't get together, do something for Van Halen, do something for Ed, and, just respect all of that music that was out there already. It didn't need to be redone. It was great the way it was, So in any event, that's my little video on this. I again, what is Dave's motivation? Money? I mean, I don't no. I don't think he's going to make a lot of money. I mean, yeah, this is streaming on YouTube, and it's doing pretty well for, again, the quality of song that it is. And again, it's not the worst version that you're going to hear of this. And the casual fans and, the diehard fans are all like, yeah, Dave, do another one, man, drop another one. And he's going to. Don't worry. If you're wanting more David Lee Roth, you're going to get it, because he had that solo album that was 10 years old that dribbled out, or EP or whatever, the stuff he did with John 5. And that's not bad stuff. Some of it's actually pretty good. Some of it's a little weird. Bottom line is Dave, I guess, never does anything really quickly. According to Eddie Trunk, he's the guy holding up the Van Halen tribute show. And I'm thinking there's never going to be a tribute, which is just really sad. All right. Sunstorm, Brothers in Arms. Check it out. Courtesy of Frontiers Music. Again, my friend Ali Alessandro and Ronnie Ramiro. He's the guy in the middle. He looks like a rock star, right? They all do. This is the way a rock band should look, right? And these guys are not, disgusting perverts either. They seem to be decent people. The only reason I say that is this Tommy Lee thing just is really, I don't know. Tired of talking about it. I want to move on from the body parts and talking about the stuff that happens at Motley Crue concerts. And thankfully, like I told a couple of patrons, you don't have to worry about it for a while because the tour is now over for at least a while. So we can all be thankful. But look, if you're on social media with Tommy Lee, you never know what he's going to post on there. It's just really exciting. Yeah. All right. So I'm done. Thanks for watching, and I will see you soon.